So I'm
Yes,
going to
sir.
yield the floor for the gentleman to introduce himself, and then we'll provide you with the item that started this conversation. I yield the floor.
Yes, sir. My name is Daryl Shaw, Northwest Indiana. Average black man, 43 years old. Graduate of Great Tech University.
You said a graduate of what?
Tech University.
Avid Tech?
Ivy Tech.
Ivy
Joke.
Tech. Oh, okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Understood. Okay. Yeah, usually I prefer jokes to be funny, but that's okay. Every now and then that happens. So here is the video that provided the basis for this. This is a video where you see adult black males dressed as black females. This is your comment here, and
Yes, sir.
you wrote, quote, and I'm going to read it exactly as it is, and then we will go by bit, and we'll break it down and try to understand your psychology.
Yes, sir.
Quote, so you tagged Marquett Devon, and then you write, it's so ignorant to wear a Iran flag like it's a Yankees jersey. You're not Persian or Iranian. It's one of the oldest civilization on earth under Sharia law. They honor Allah, not a flag. Find you ancestry and quit being a dumb Negro.
Yes, sir.
Where are you from?
I'm born and raised in Chicago.
You're born and raised in Chicago.
Yes, sir.
You know, I've spent a lot of time in Chicago. I used to live in Southside Chicago. Then I moved to Little Italy, and then I moved to River North when I could afford it. And then I eventually realized if I can afford to live in River North, I can afford to live anywhere. It's too cold, so I left.
Yes, sir.
But I don't remember meeting any suckers in Chicago. So what part of Chicago are you from?
Southside Chicago. I'm born and raised on the low end, 23rd State. Went to High Park High School. Graduated in 2000.
Okay, you're from Southside Chicago.
Yes, sir.
Okay, you ever heard of Marquett Park?
Yeah, yep.
Okay. Now, let's go back to this comment because this is what I want to understand.
Okay.
So you tagged my name, which would mean that you want some of my attention. That's not uncommon. You write, it's so ignorant to wear a Iran flag. It should be to wear an Iranian flag, like it's a Yankees jersey.
You're an English teacher now.
Would you believe I actually am an English teacher? I used to teach English and get paid to teach English. So yes, I'm an English teacher.
Okay. So basically what you're saying is you've been colonized and now you've been broken, so you speak the King's language. And then now it's a fad that everybody is on the Iran train. So you raise the flag to play this whole big, hey, I'm a Dallas Cowboys fan. But what I was saying was that the civilization is 2,500 years old, one of the oldest on the planet Earth. They're fighting for their identity. They're not broken like me and you. They don't have a slave name like me and you. They're so pure that all we can do is respect it. It's not a fad. Because if they lose the war and gas go down to $2, you know what you're gonna do? You're gonna be happy. If they win the war, you're gonna be mad if they destroy Google, if they destroy Apple. So what I'm saying is they respect the revolution, respect what they're doing, but don't act like you're a part of it because you don't want to be a part of it. You won't revolt. You won't be disciplined to the Islamic law. You're just waving a flag just like you going to a Chicago Bulls game. And that's disrespectful to the people who are dying, to kids losing their life, when they can easily say, hey, come get the oil and let us live free. But they don't do that because they're staying true to their culture. They're staying true to their identity like they've been doing for the last 2,000 years. So unless you serious like they're serious, it makes no sense to disrespect it and just wave it while you talk about wealth every day. They could have been chose the wealth train like Saudi Arabia, like Iraq. They could have been like Kuwait, say you can have our oil, let us live in peace. But no, they chose to stay true to who they are and what they believe. And unless you serious like them, you can't it's like calling yourself a crip when you don't want to have a fade with nobody. That's disrespectful because what they're doing is very, very serious. So unless you're going to go tomorrow,
we have
you're
a
going to
couple
go.
pieces to analyze.
Yes, sir.
And I want to get into all of it if you don't mind.
Yes, sir. No problem.
So, do you know me?
No. So because I don't know you, obviously the comment is not personal to you because I don't know you, but it was a comment to your statement.
Let me ask you a question real quick. So I want to. I stopped trying to organize fades with people online because I realized they're all jokesters and they're all scared. So I don't do that anymore because no one ever wants to meet up.
Okay.
But I know you don't know me, but I'm just curious. I'd like to know how you internet people perceive me. If you and I were face to face in Chicago, do you think I would shoot a fair one with you off top with no hesitation? I'm just curious what you think.
It probably depends on how deep you probably be. If I disrespect you, I'm not a disrespectful person, but I would defend myself. You probably would defend yourself. But
I'm not even talking about defense. I'm talking about aggressive. Do you think that I would put? You don't think I would do that to you?
No, sir.
Okay. So if we were told to tell you, you don't think I would tee off?
No. You probably pay wordplay.
Based on what do you think that? I'm just curious about you people.
I mean, wow. You like the wordplay, like the twist words, like the
Yeah, I know, but what do you know about me is what I'm trying to figure out. Like, where did I grow up at?
You say you grew up in Southside Chicago.
No, I didn't grow up in Southside Chicago. I said
I don't know where you grew up in
Southside Chicago. You
I don't know
where I grew up. Oh, okay.
No, sir.
Okay. Do I throw hands? Do you know anything on like if I throw hands or not?
No, I don't think that's your cup of tea.
Based on what evidence?
You don't come across me as a person who
I know.
in danger.
Right. That's the funny part. That's the funny part about you internet guys. That's the thing that just is real funny to me about you internet guys.
Okay. You good with the wordplay, so you're gonna dress it up.
I'm great with the wordplay, but where did I grow up at?
It don't matter where you grew up at. I mean, what? Did I change the situation?
You seem like you're at a loss for words for some reason.
No, because it don't. I grew up in a dangerous project on Lower in Chicago, but that don't make me a tough guy. It don't matter where you grew up at.
That's right. It doesn't make you a tough guy at all. It doesn't make you a tough guy at all. You grew up with your father?
He passed when I was young, 8 years old.
He passed when you were 8 years old? Of natural causes, or somebody took his life for running his mouth the way you run yours?
He passed when I was. He passed. He passed. I don't know what happened. Some circumstances. I was 8 years old, but he passed.
You don't know the circumstances?
No.
Okay. And what was your mother when you were being raised?
With me every day. She still stayed in Chicago right now.
So she was there raising you, doing a good job?
Yes, sir.
That's a beautiful thing.
So where did you grow up at?
I grew up in Los Angeles.
Okay, yeah.
And when I was growing up in Los Angeles, my father was doing 10 for selling crack cocaine. And my mother was running the streets on dope.
Okay.
And listen to me, man. I hate being disrespected by people like you because I could tell you don't know me at all and you don't know what I'm like. And to be honest with you, the reason I'm having this conversation is to teach people not to be disrespectful because you don't know who you're talking to. Just in general. That's why my old heads always taught me to be respectful. You see, because I'm more articulate than you because I'm more intelligent than you. But also, I grew up shooting fades my whole life. And I could tell somebody like you don't even really want it with me like that. So like, you should just speak respectfully. Like I advise everybody, even me, like if I'm out in the world and I bump into somebody, you know what I do? I turn around. Oh, I apologize. My fault.
Why you believe?
Even if it wasn't fully my fault, I still will apologize and say my fault because I don't want any issues. I don't want any issues at all because I'm a polite person, because I don't want to be disrespected. So I show everybody respect. I start off with respect. With strangers. But in my case, you follow me, so I'm not as much a stranger to you. And I'm obviously a man of respect. I'm a man to be respected. People like you, I could tell that you never did nothing because you be scared of just creating issues out of nowhere. So I find it to be like a public service to have this conversation and teach men respect, because sometimes you get the teeth pistol whipped out your mouth for talking crazy. We can tell that you're a sucker because you run your mouth without thinking. And
right,
real men know what's possible. Real men know what's possible. So we tend to think before we speak because we know there are consequences. And I could tell that you have not the slightest clue about what consequences are. Furthermore, I could tell that you're nothing like me because you're in poverty. And I've been hustling since I was 11 years old. You see, you're nothing like me. I couldn't live like you live. It would drive me insane. I've been hustling since I was a young boy. So I know you're nothing like me. You're just a peon that grew up in poverty.
Why you believe I'm in poverty right now?
I could tell you're in poverty because I got too much experience. I could tell by the blinds that you have right there. You're in poverty. I could tell by the blinds that you have right there.
So what's poverty? I mean, explain poverty.
Poverty is what you experience when you wake up and when you go through your day. Poverty is everything that you know as life.
I disagree.
Like you live in poverty. Now,
I don't think so.
Now that we got that public service announcement for the young boys that's watching, now let's get to the work. You believe you're intelligent. You tagged me to get some of my attention right here, and this is very common. Mostly women like to do it. You write, it's so, you didn't even put apostrophe. I think, is there an apostrophe supposed to go there? Yes or no?
I mean, I'm not really trying to be.
No, I'm asking you, is there an apostrophe that should be there? Yes or no?
I don't care. I don't care about the things that you're trying to portray. You're a clown.
No, I'm asking you. Is there supposed to be an apostrophe there? Yes or no?
I don't know.
You don't know. Fair enough. I appreciate the honesty. Thank you. I appreciate the honesty. It's so ignorant to where it should be an Iranian, not a Iran flag. It should be an Iranian flag, like it's a Yankees jersey.
I don't care about the Kings. I don't care about the Kings English though. I can kill it.
What was your first language if it wasn't English?
I have no idea.
No, what was your first language since it wasn't English?
Brother. Wow.
I'm not your brother. I'm not your brother.
I just want how we could have went back and forth and try to prove this whole.
Why are you stuttering?
Poverty, intellectual thing. We could, but I'm
not
going.
Stuttering. What's that about?
No, sir. I'm just. I see the game.
Are you nervous? Are you nervous?
Can we get to
I find it strange to be nervous while talking to a grown man remotely. You should be comfortable in your home. Why be nervous? It's not like I'm standing in front of you, towering over you.
So do you believe you Iranian?
Stay focused.
No, stay on the point. Because you want to argue disrespect and you want to lie. You want to just.
We're going to go through the whole thing, and I got time for you. So there's no need to rush. I told you before we went on, I said we're going to break down every part of your statement, and we are. So you start talking about English, and I said, is English your first language?
Yes, sir.
It is your first language.
Yes, sir.
Do you speak any other languages?
No, sir.
Okay, so you speak one language, and you don't have the decency to. You don't have the decency to try to master it.
No, I can care less.
You speak one language, but you don't care to communicate clearly. That's what you're saying?
Yes, sir.
And you said, I could care less. I believe the proper way to state it would be, I couldn't care less, meaning you could not care less. That would suggest that you care so little, it is not possible to care any less. Your inability to be proficient in the English language represents your IQ, which is modest at best. The idea that you could contend intellectually with me is a pipe dream. You overestimate yourself, you lack humility, and everything in your appearance and surroundings suggests that you should be very humble. There's nothing worse than getting beat up by a pretty boy. You know, it's a terrible thing. Now, I believe you have been cursed because you received no beauty and no intelligence. And on top of that, you're deluded. You see, I know you're deluded because whereas I would have cut my hair if I had a hairline right there, I would have cut my joint off. You kept yours. And that same delusion, yes, that same delusion is why you think that you actually can present a meaningful argument against me while speaking English at a third grade level. That's hubris if I ever saw it.
Wow. I appreciate it, to be honest.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyways, back to this. So you're right. It's so ignorant to, I'm going to say it in the correct language that it should have been written, if you don't mind. It's so ignorant to wear an Iranian flag like it's a Yankees jersey, your, and then you use the wrong form of your. Do you know what the correct form of your is?
I could care less, big dog.
You mean I couldn't care less.
So if you really
couldn't care less. So the correct form of your would not be Y-O-U-R. It would be Y-O-U apostrophe R-E. You are not Persian. You are. It's called a contraction. Did you learn that in school? No? It's okay if you didn't. We're here to learn. Did you learn about contractions in school?
Well, why can we get to?
Did you say why is we? You're not even from the South. You're from Chicago. That's the Midwest.
Brother, so you want this is all day?
No, we have to get through what you wrote first. You see, I could tell your father wasn't there to teach you patience and discipline and manliness. Stop rushing. Calm down. I told you I have time for you. So I'm asking you, did you learn about contractions?
I can care less, big dog.
You don't think it would be useful for you to better understand the English language? It might get you better employment. You look like you work as a garbage man. Do you hang off of the back of those trucks and grab the garbage and toss it on? Is that what you do for a living? No, it pays well, I hear. What do you do? What do you do for a living?
Brother, I'm a landlord, brother.
You're a landlord?
Yes, sir. I got to run a property.
I find that very hard to believe. You rent out slum housing to poor blacks. Is that what you do?
Call it what you want, brother. I respect you, brother.
Curious. No, you don't respect me because, to be honest with you, what you wrote in your comments, if we were in private, number one, I don't believe you would say that. I don't believe you would say that. I really don't.
No,
and the reason I say that is because no one in my entire life, and remember, I grew up in a ghetto. I never had anybody look me in my eye and talk like that. Never in life. So I don't believe somebody like you is going to be the first person to do it in person. No, what's goofy are those dreads. Would you lean down so we can see your hairline, the top of it? Would you mind? Because I'm curious. See, that right there is inappropriate. You want to talk about a goofball? If you have to lean forward for someone to see your hairline, that means it's too far back. That is being a goofball, my dear boy. You see, you're a completely delusional person. And the reason we don't believe that you are a landlord is because that will put some money in your pocket. And your teeth do not reflect a stable income. Your teeth more so look like, yes, exactly, like you were raised in Jamaica, in Kingston, in the slums. So that's why it's hard to believe you. Like my teeth look like I'm getting money, but it just so happens I have great genetics. You know, I didn't have to pay for those. That's just genes, my boy. It's superiority, natural. God chose it. But those dreadlocks remind me of Floyd Mayweather Sr. You ever seen Floyd Mayweather Sr.'s dreadlocks?
Yes, sir.
Yes, that's what those dreads remind me of. Floyd
Let me,
Mayweather Sr.
let me show you my house, bro.
Now, yeah, sure. But before
Let
you
me show
do
you
that,
my.
I'm just curious. Do you think that you showing me your house is going to be impressive to me? Do you think that you're competing with me showing me your house?
I mean, I don't understand. We were talking about the Iranian situation, the
No, we
comment.
weren't.
You
We were
then
talking
we
about
drove.
the ink.
Then
First,
we
we're reviewing the
and,
English. That's number one.
and
First,
then
we're
and
reviewing the
then
English.
now we
We need
speeding
to
down.
finish reviewing
Now we
the
speeding
English.
down. But we going on a one-way track to that an English word. I
Yes,
misspoke,
because
brother.
I told you we're going to stop calling me brother. We are nothing alike. And why are you showing us your modest home? Am I supposed to be impressed with that?
No, I don't understand.
No, real quick, I'm just curious. Is your house impressive?
No, sir. But I don't
Okay,
get the
okay, all right. So you're aware that your house is not impressive, right? So why would you show it? Like I have an eerie feeling that my cars cost more than your house. I have an eerie feeling.
But what do that give you though? You're probably right. But what do
That's
that
why I'm not
like?
here. I'm not
But
here showing my cars. I'm not here
but
showing my cars because they're irrelevant to the
no,
conversation.
but I
I'm
don't
just curious as
understand.
to why you're showing us your house. I asked you, did you learn about contractions in English? And
No,
you
sir.
said
I actually, to be
no.
honest with you,
Okay, great.
I did horrible English. I was horrible in English. To be honest with you,
You were horrible in English. Okay, very
I was
good.
horrible. I
Now,
hated English.
do you think that might be a representation of your intellectual limitations?
No, no, you know what?
Oh, so you think that your mind is not strong enough to help you master your only language, yet you still have significant intellectual capacity.
I honestly believe that the black man is a prisoner of war here in this country. So the more and more we confirm, and the more and more we break into what the master house was, it's the more and more we break ourselves. I think the most ignorant person
Why are you stuttering?
probably got a speech impediment.
Why do you have a speech impediment?
Probably trauma. I don't know.
Trauma. Was it your uncle? Was it your uncle
No.
that got you? Uncle Cosby? No, Uncle Diddy?
But listen,
Was it your uncle that
listen,
got you? Because you
let,
realize a speech impediment is not a real thing. It's a psychological thing. Do you realize
no,
that?
but
Do you
what I
realize
want
that?
to, I'm glad you got on this, because
Do you
what I'm saying is
realize that
that
your speech impediment is a psychological infirmity? You
yes,
realize
sir.
that?
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
so you have psychological issues. Why are you here trying to
No,
debate me?
because you're making no sense. You really now you prove my point. You're really a dumb Negro
Oh,
because when you
oh.
come here and you try to confirm
So
at the end
what
of the
is the
day,
likelihood? What is the likelihood that someone who doesn't know how to use contractions in the English language has the right to call anyone dumb? Your English suggests that you should probably be in approximately the third grade. I happen to know because I used to teach fifth and sixth grade. So I have a strong
but
sense of the reading level that you're at. You use no punctuation. You have broken grammar. You don't understand syntax.
but you're
So
still a slave, brother.
you don't have the right to call anyone dumb. Look at this. You have nearly a paragraph. You have a run-on sentence. You have no punctuation. You have no period. You have no understanding of language.
But what did that get you?
What is the
You're still
likelihood of someone, and you keep stuttering, be silent until I give you permission to speak your broken language here.
you're still a slave.
So, oh my boy, my
You're
dear
still a
boy,
slave. You still don't
my
know
dear
where you come
boy.
from. You still don't know your
My
name.
dear boy,
You still
calm down, my dear boy, calm
you're a
down. You're
black
saying
American
silly
holding an
things.
Iran. You're a black
You're
American
saying,
holding an
stop
Iranian
stuttering,
flag.
stop
They know who
stuttering,
they are.
calm down, stop stuttering, calm down. You
You're still
sound
a
so
slave.
silly.
You could
You
be the
sound
most
so
you could be the
silly.
most intelligent Negro
You
in this
have to
country. You're still a slave.
calm down, and say the words clearly and fluently. You can do it.
You're still a slave, brother.
I'm not your brother. Why do you keep calling me
Well,
brother? You're a very strange character.
well,
We don't have
maybe
the same
maybe
parents.
you're FBI.
If we had the same
Come on.
parents, then you would be better looking. We're
You're still a
not.
slave.
You'd have better features if we had the same parents. So stop calling me brother. And also, I wouldn't be caught dead wearing that U.S. Polo assassin shirt that you're wearing. I'm shocked that they haven't gotten shut down for their copyright infringement. Yes,
Right.
more. Yes, indeed. And also, if you were my brother, honestly, I wouldn't. I would urge you to cut off those dreadlocks. I really would. I would urge you to. Now, back to your comment. And I told you we're going to go through the whole thing. So you write like it's a Yankees jersey, and then you write you're the wrong version.
Right.
You are, it should be, you are not Persian. And I agree with you there. I am not Persian. That's right.
The white man still don't respect you, brother. No matter how.
Calm down. Or Iranian. I think the proper thing would be nor Iranian, which is correct. Maybe you could have put a period there, maybe. And then you write, it's one of the oldest civilization. It should be civilizations with an S on earth under Sharia law. They honor Allah. Are you a Muslim?
I practice Islam, bro.
You practice Islam.
That's all.
Now this is really interesting. You're all into this black stuff, right?
No.
Yes, you're all into this black stuff. Well, then why are you following an Arab's religion?
Well, you not understand. Islam is not an Arab religion. Have you ever read the Quran?
Yes, in fact, I've read the Quran.
Islam is not an Arab religion. Islam is the way of man. Islam is not. When you read the Quran,
why don't you ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to bless you with fluent speech so that we might understand you as you attempt to defend an Arab's religion?
It's not. The Quran tells you do not trust the Arab. If you read the Quran, brother, I have read the
Quran. Well, please educate us. Which surah does it state?
I don't remember.
You don't remember? That's convenient. So how do we know you're not making up things?
Anybody who read the Quran know what I'm talking about. Anybody can.
I've read the Quran and I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, you haven't read the Quran, bro.
No, I believe you are a liar. And it is comedic to me that there's so many of you.
Now when I get off this lab, I'm gonna send you the server to your DM.
Don't send me a thing because I don't have time for people like you. But I'll ask you this: since you've read the Quran, what is the first surah of the Quran? Every Muslim knows it.
It's the Fatiha.
Okay.
I'm not gonna go back and forth with you. I'm not going to go back and forth with no, bro.
No, don't run.
No.
Recite it for me.
No, Muslim. Sir. I'm not going to go back. I'm not going to go back and forth with you.
Recite it.
No, brother.
No. Recite it. I'm not your brother. Recite
I did say I said I was practicing Islam. I like that.
You said you're practicing. That's great.
Yes, sir.
Recite Surah Al-Fatiha.
No, sir. I'm not even. No, sir.
I'm not even. Don't know it? Is it that you don't know it?
I probably do know it.
I probably do. Either you do or you don't.
I probably do. No, I probably do know. I probably do. Yes, sir. I probably do know.
Probably. Okay. Well, then, what is it? Let me hear it.
No, sir. Let's play that game with you, bro.
It's not a game. You've been busted. You're a fake Muslim. Every Muslim knows Surah Al-Fatiha. Everyone.
Never said I was a Muslim, bro. I said I was practicing Islam. I like the Moorish life.
You're practicing Islam, yes, but you're not a Muslim.
The same way you practice Christianity.
I don't practice Christianity. See, now you look like a fool.
If you live in,
you look like a fool. I don't practice Christianity.
If you live in this country, if you live in this country, you broken by Christianity. You don't even know it, but you are. Yeah.
Please stop.
How many wives you got? How many wives you got?
Now, more.
How many wives you got?
Surah Al-Fatiha.
How many wives you got?
Subject. We won't let you.
How many wives you got? How many wives you have?
Fatiha. You said that you're a practicing Muslim.
How many wives you have?
You said that you are a practicing Muslim.
Yes, sir. I'm not going to.
That you do not know Surah Al-Fatiha?
I probably do.
Well, then what is it? I'll say it with you.
No, it's not a game. I'm not finna. No, it's not a game. It's saying try to play games. No, brother.
Let's say it together.
No.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim.
Well,
Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Ar-Rahmanir Rahim. Come on. What's next?
there's no perfect Muslim on this planet, brother.
What's next?
No,
Start over. We'll do it together. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Ar-Rahmanir Rahim. What's next?
brother, there's no perfect Muslim.
I'm not your
this earth,
brother. And I didn't ask you to be a perfect Muslim. I just asked you to know the very first chapter as soon as you open the book, which is the one that you're most likely to know. That's all I asked of you.
I'm not trying to play that game with you. I'm not trying to disrespect the religion, try to prove points to you, bro.
No, you're not disrespecting.
Right?
You're not disrespecting religion. In fact,
I said I might know it, but I'm not.
Do you know it or do you not? Why don't you be? Are you a man? Are you a man? Can you be honest as a man?
No, I'm not.
Be honest as a man. Yes or no? Do you know it or do you not know it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, well, let me hear.
But I'm not going to attempt to make a mistake on your podcast. That's disrespectful. That's disrespectful. Now, I respect that you know it, brother.
Go ahead.
You see,
go ahead.
No, brother. I'm not going to attempt to make a mistake on your podcast. Bro.
I'll pull it up real quick.
Ooh.
I'll pull it up real quick. I'll pull it up. You want it in Arabic or in English?
No, sir, brother. I respect you, brother. I'm not going to sit here and try to.
You want it in Arabic or English?
I don't want to play that game with you, brother. Can we? Why don't you go in an Apple store and pull a fire alarm and support?
Do you want it in Arabic or English? Do you want it in Arabic or English?
No, brother. Why don't you go put a fire alarm in the Apple store and support?
So why don't you just admit that you're someone who does not know Fatiha? Why don't you just admit it? Why don't you just admit it and we can move on? No.
I probably do know it.
What do you mean? I probably
because once you recited, the memory comes and it rolls.
Okay, well that's what I'm gonna start it off with you. I'm gonna start off and you finish.
But it's not a.
I'm gonna start off. You finish it real quick. I got it.
But it's not.
It jogs your memory. I'm gonna start off. You finish it real quick. Real quick.
I'm not going to attempt to make a mistake on your podcast, bro.
No, it's okay because you're not perfect and I'm not perfect.
Yes, sir.
We're not perfect, brother. So I'm gonna start it and then you pick it up.
I don't want to play that game.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Ar-Rahmanir Rahim.
I'm not going to play that game with you on the podcast, bro. Now, this is fucking. That's no, but the purpose of the Fatiha is not to humiliate or intimidate somebody or play a game, it's to embrace it and to make you a better person. But you seem try to play games, brother. There's
no game. There's no game here.
That's disrespectful, brother.
There's no game here. I just believe that you are lying.
I'm not lying.
I believe you're lying.
I said I probably do.
The first chapter.
Right.
It's the first chapter. I'll give you a little bit more. See if you can finish it. You ready? Just one more. I'll give you a little more. Maybe it'll jog you. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Ar-Rahmanir Rahim. Maliki Yawmiddin. إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. I mean, okay, now can you continue it?
You took your Hajj, bro?
Can you continue it?
No, sir. Definitely not in Arabic, bro. You took your Hajj?
Not in Arabic? What you mean not in Arabic?
Brother, I'm not that deep, brother. Yeah.
What you mean not in Arabic?
I have humility, brother. I can say that I don't know the Quran in Arabic, brother. I'm not ashamed to say that. I respect that you do.
What you mean not in Arabic?
Brother, I respect that you do. I got humility.
Now you have humility. It has to be forced out of you. You have to be embarrassed into humility. It's not your nature. Your nature is to overestimate yourself. And that's my whole point from the very beginning. That's why I speak respectfully to people, because I don't know who they are. I don't know what they know. I don't know what they might do. I know who I am. I know what I know, and I know what I'll do. And I'll do things that you'd be scared to do, which is why people like you should never disrespect people like me. I'm everything I've ever said I was, and some. You find out who I really am, I'm actually humble. But who are you? You're a faker and a phony. Talking about you're a practicing Muslim. You don't even know the first verse in the Quran. Talking about have I taken Hajj? I think what you mean is have I taken Shahada is what you mean. So many of you people, you don't practice, you don't study. You learn everything from the internet and social media. Don't call me your brother. I'm more like your father. Don't call me your brother. I'm not a peer to you. I'm a teacher to you. Now, let's get back to the lesson. Anyway.
I'm going to give you that.
You write, you're not Persian or Iranian, and that's correct. You write, it's one of the oldest civilizations on earth. Sure. You write, under Sharia law. Fair enough. They honor Allah. I agree. Not a flag. Well, the flag represents their nation, and their nation is now known as Iran, no longer Persia. And I actually did a lecture on this. Do you know what the difference is in the language of Persia versus Iran?
No, sir.
Or Iranian? Well, I already made a video on it, on why they started calling themselves Iran and Iranian. So I already made a lecture on that one, which I recommend everyone check out. I believe it's entitled something like, how did they go from Persia to Iran? So I'll link that in the description of this video if someone reminds me. You further write, they honor Allah, not a flag. Well, no, they certainly do actually honor their flag, which is their nation, their political state. So yes, they do honor their flag. You write, find you ancestry. I think you meant find your ancestry and quit being a dumb Negro. Now, I'll be honest with you. If we were in private and there was no cameras around, and then I probably, if we had a little bit of time and I said, hey, bro, like if something bad happened to you, would you tell the police? And if you're like, nah, I would never, then I would proceed to fix your jaw. You would never call me a dumb Negro in person. You would never. And the challenge with dealing with people like you is that I have to hold back in my current stage of life. I have to hold back when dealing with people like you. You see, because I find it very difficult to deal with disrespect because my whole life I put knuckles across people like you. In real life, it's verified. So now that I'm in the adult civilized world, I have to hold back when everything inside of me would like to fix your jaw for you so that you can talk properly. You see, you'd never, ever, 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 ever call me a dumb Negro. I promise you, you wouldn't. And what gets me mad is not that you called me a dumb Negro. It's not being called a dumb Negro. It's the fact that it's you talking to me, because you are like chewing gum underneath my shoe. In reality, you're like chewing gum, dirty chewing gum stuck to my shoe. That's how I regard you. So that's the part that bothers me. You feel me?
Hey, brother, I will play the end of the game with you.
I'm not your brother. I'm not your brother. I'm not your brother. I'm not your brother at all.
I'm gonna let you play the end of the game. I can say
no internet game. It's no internet game. I'm tried and true.
You can say anything.
I'm a public figure. I'm a public figure. You've never seen anybody from my neighborhood come out and say, oh, hey, he made that up. You never heard of that. I got a book called The Black Box. You could read through it and find court cases reference, and you can check it on Google. See, everything I said is facts, my boy. I got off the porch when I was 11 years old, and I've been hustling ever since. I did things that rappers claim they do. And I've done things that you'd be scared to do. So that's why it bothers me, because I know that you're a sucker. I know that deep down in your heart, you're truly a sucker, and you know you're a sucker. That's why it bothers me for someone like you to talk crazy to someone like me. I've been the exact same the whole way through. I never reinvented myself. I never got on the internet and started talking reckless. I've been like this. You're a pretender. You're a pretender, my boy. You're a phony, my boy.
You can say
You're over
anything
here.
on the
You're,
internet.
you're, you're, you're a fake Muslim. You're a fake landlord. You're a fake rich guy. Everything about you phony. Nothing
Yeah,
is real about you.
I never said I
Nothing is
was
real
rich, brother.
about you.
I'm not.
Try to-
I'm nowhere
You
near
try to
rich. I never said that.
you try to act like you got a bag together talking about you're a landlord, then you want to go show us your house. And that's how I know you're truly poor
No, you
because you
asked me
showed
what
us
I do, brother.
no,
What I supposed
no,
to say?
no, 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 no. You showed us a house that you thought was impressive. And to me, if I had a little broad that told me to come over and give her a little beat down on the late night, if I saw that house, I'd have to judge her for it. You dig? Yeah, I wouldn't be able to sleep over after. Even you get you some of that good. You want to go to sleep. I couldn't even sleep there, my boy. You's a bottom dweller to me, man. Yeah, we different. That's how I know you got low standards. You show me something that's impressive
Right.
to you, and thought it'd be
Right.
impressive to me. Knock it off.
Okay, bro.
Knock it off.
I'm gonna give you the internet,
Again,
bro. I'm not gonna argue.
again. I'm not your brother.
Well,
I'm not your brother. I'm wearing a custom shirt and I'm gorgeous. You look like you should be an extra in a slave movie. I'm not your brother.
Okay.
You heard me?
Let me ask you this.
Like
Is it-
your
No.
dreadlocks look like you're involved in like a Haitian gang war in Haiti. You hear me? Like, stop it. I'm not your brother.
To be a slave, you think that's a disrespectful? That's your honor.
What are you trying to say? You're a grown man. Do you know when you're supposed to learn how to walk when you're a toddler? When you're supposed to learn how to talk when you're a toddler? You're a grown man. Have some audacity to try to address me, and you can't even speak. Why don't you get your basics in order?
Brother,
I'm not
to be
your
a slave.
brother. I'm not
To
your
be a
brother.
slave.
I'm not your brother. I'd like to
If
see
you
you
don't-
cry on this live stream. I would like to
To
see
be-
you cry. That's the best I can do. I'd like to
No,
see you
you-
cry. I would like to see
Brother,
you start crying.
To be a
Just
slave
let
is
it
one of the
out.
biggest honors
No,
you can get,
let
brother.
it out. I'd like to see you cry. Let it out.
No, brother.
Let out all that pain. People used to bully you in school, didn't they? They did. Yeah, they did. They used to bully you because I could tell that you got a pudgy body. And it's always been like that. You have no sense of style. You have a pudgy body. You have a gap in the middle of your teeth. And you have a speech impediment. You used to get bullied. Let it out. Now's a good time.
No,
let it out. No, let it out.
No, brother,
Cry
you're a clown, man.
Cry
brother,
it out. Cry it out. You've never called anyone a clown in real life. Look at your body. Look at your body. Stand up. Look at your body. You want to see a clown? Stand up. Look at your body.
He says you want to see a clown. Brother,
no, really. Look at your body. Look at your arm. There's no definition on your arm. Who's a clown? Look at your hair. Who's a clown? Look at the gray stubble on your chin. Who's a clown? Your eyebrows look like dust. They don't even look defined. They look like dust on your face.
I'm gonna give you the internet, brother. I'm gonna give you the internet. I'm gonna give you a stage.
You nobody on the ground. You ain't nobody on the ground, young boy.
You can say that. You can say that, brother. It sounds good.
That's a fact. You ain't nobody on the ground, boy. I could tell by the fact that you're swagless. You never hustled in your life. I could tell by the fact you're swagless. You never hustled. Worst thing you ever did was go to jail for child support. You missed your child support payments. You end up in a holding cell. That's most you ever did. I travel everywhere. Yeah, I wouldn't talk reckless if I was scared. You see how I talk? You see how I talk?
You can say anything on the internet, brother.
No. You see how I talk? Boy, I'm everywhere like air. I'm in every place like space.
Because you never see me, brother.
Probably because I'm only in places where there's wealth and opulence. That's probably one of the reasons. But if I ever saw you, you would do all or nothing. You would do all or nothing. You wouldn't do a damn thing. You would bounce like a bed spring if you ever saw me. You a tubby little 5'8" guy. You 5'8" and tubby. What you gonna do?
I'm 6'3".
What you gonna do? What you gonna do? Let me ask you this. Be real with yourself. What you gonna do?
brother. You can't.
What you gonna do?
You just
What
talk.
you gonna do?
Dogs that bark don't bite.
What you gonna do?
Dogs that bark
You're
don't
not gonna
bite.
do a damn thing.
Dogs that bark don't bite.
Here's it. I do the same test with all you guys. It's always the same thing. It's always the same thing. You talk big. You never shot a fade in your life. You never shot any fades.
Okay.
Give me one. Do you have one piece of evidence that you've ever thrown a punch at anybody for any reason in a boxing ring, in an MMA match, on the streets, anything? Can you give me? You can even call one of your mans. Call your mans real quick. Just put your mans on speaker and be like, "Hey, you remember that one time I faded up so and so?" Just real quick. Go ahead. Just real quick. Just real quick.
You can go.
Brother, I want to hear this. I want to hear this. I want to hear this real quick. Just do it.
You can go on the BOP.gov and look my federal profile up, brother.
Okay. Let's do that. You said BOP.gov, right?
Yeah, brother. It's gonna say I'm not in the federal custody anymore, but you can see that I was in the feds. But I don't whatever that means to you.
You look like the dude that was in the feds because of something you did to one of your nieces.
Come on, brother. Brother,
not for real. You look like that. What do I Google to pull you up? I want to pull up your record.
Don't worry about it. I'm not gonna put my information on here. But brother, okay.
Well then call your mans up real quick. You call your mans up and like, remember that time I socked out so and so. Just call your mans up. Put him on speaker real quick.
You the one trying to prove something.
No, you the tough guy. Just call your mans up real quick. Just real quick.
I never said I was tough.
Real quick. Chill, bro.
I'm not tough.
Chill.
You a real clown.
You just running your mouth. I like people like you. Just call
your mans up. Where do you live in Chicago at?
Calm down. Just call your mans up real quick.
Where you live in Chicago at?
Stop running. Just call your mans up. Put them on speaker real quick and just be like, hey, you remember that one time I shot the fade with fill in the blank? All we just want is confirmation that you shot one fade. That's it. Just call your mans real quick. Just call your mans.
That's gay.
Just call your mans real quick.
What you live in Chicago at?
No, just calm down. Just call your mans real quick. I want to know that you just shot one fade because I don't even believe you ever shot a fade in your life. I don't believe
you're a goofball. You're a real.
I don't believe it.
When you recited the Fatiha in Arabic,
I don't believe you ever shot one fade.
I have so much respect for you, brother. But you're a real clown.
You don't need to respect me. You're no one. Your respect means nothing because people have already seen that you're a liar. How could your respect as a man mean anything? You said that you are practicing. You said that you were practicing Islam.
I am.
How can you practice Islam when you don't even know the first surah of the Quran?
Brother, who said I didn't know it, brother? I just said I'm not going to try to recite it like it's a game.
Liar, bro. You're a liar. Anyways, just do me a favor. Just do me this one favor. Just do me this one favor because you got so much big talk.
Have you ever been to Iran?
Person. Just call one person.
Have you ever been to Iran?
Calm down, dude. Call one person. Calm down. We can get to all of that.
Have you ever been to Iran?
Don't bring up anything new before we take care of it. Don't bring up anything new. Calm down. Don't bring up anything new till we take care of it.
I'm not going to call nobody for you, brother.
No, it's not for me. It's not for me.
What you
talking? I just want some evidence because every time it's all of you nerds. It's always you nerds. Just call one person. Like,
where you live in Chicago?
Remember when I shot this one fade? Just call one person.
Where you live in Chicago at?
We're not even talking about you poking nothing up. We ain't talking about you clapping the ooh up. Just call one person. You ain't never shot a fade. You never shot a fade. You never shot a fade.
Where you live in Chicago at?
In your life. You never.
Did you really live in Chicago?
You never shot a fade one time. Why are you stuttering, dude? Why you keep stuttering?
Did you really live in Chicago?
Why do you keep stuttering?
Brother,
Can you please
did you really live in Chicago?
Clearly,
you a goofball.
I already told you the 3 places I lived in Chicago. Why are you asking me the same question 2 times? Now,
on what block?
Call one person. Call one.
What block? I'm not trying to call nobody.
Call one person.
I'm not tough. Never said I was.
One person.
I'm not tough.
Then why are you disrespecting strangers? Why are you disrespecting strangers then?
I said, let me listen. I'm gonna say what I said again. I said.
No, I didn't ask you that. I asked you, why are you disrespecting strangers? Is what I asked you.
I disrespected the statement. I was towards your statement, not to you, but I don't know you personally. But you a real goofball.
Wait, hold on. You're a liar, dude. No, listen, silence. You wrote dumb Negro.
You're a dumb Negro. That's good. Yes, sir.
You're stuttering while saying dumb Negro. Do you know how pathetic you look? You're stuttering while calling someone a dumb Negro. That's pathetic.
You're a dumb Negro,
man. Where do they find you people?
So what are you then? So what are you, an American?
And the funny thing is, your hairstyle looks like you're a genius. Like you got that Basquiat hairstyle.
So what?
So what? Looks like you're a genius.
So
you're
what
like
are
the
you?
black version of Einstein.
If you're not a dumb Negro, what are you? What are you then? What are you then? What are you then?
Keep stuttering? Let's figure that out real quick. You have a psychological issue, trauma in childhood, never resolved. It causes you to misrepresent yourself so that you can be degraded. You secretly hate yourself. And that's why you want others to look down upon you. Another reason that you have this silly hairstyle, which you know looks tacky and unkempt. And I just heard your fire detector in the background. You're a degenerate.
You didn't hear no
your fire detector in the background. Hey, yo, I heard your fire detector. Nope. Right when I said that, I took a pause. I heard your fire detector. In the live chat, if you heard this man's fire detector, I got headphones in. So I definitely heard it.
You're not from Chicago, man.
I'm not from Chicago, doofus. I told you I'm from Los Angeles. What are you, goofy? What are you, goofy?
Name a block in Chicago. You said
goofy. You're goofy. I'm from Los Angeles. I'm from Los Angeles.
I don't think you're from LA.
I never said I'm from Chicago. You're a goofball.
You don't like you're from LA.
There you go. People say I heard that. They heard that. Go change your smoke detector, buddy.
It's some solid dudes in LA. You see
somebody wrote, been hearing it. Been hearing it. Go change your smoke detector. You're a degenerate.
It's some solid dudes in LA. You a clown.
You're a degenerate. Are you a solid person with this hairstyle? Did you go to jail with this hairstyle? You was in jail with this hairstyle, bro. Bro got the chief. Bro got the Chief Keef Unk edition. Bro, he got the Chief Keef Unk edition. Bro, you're a dusty rascal. You the kind of dude that if whoever your son is, I know he hates you coming and picking him up at school. You show up to pick up your son at middle school, he's getting Buddy is getting flamed that day. Bro, you're an embarrassment. Are you kidding me? Wait, time out. Real quick. Do you realize that you're an embarrassment? Do you realize that?
My son actually a superstar basketball player.
Oh, man. Do you realize you are an embarrassment?
I'm a solid dude. You a clown.
No, you're not a solid dude.
You're not a
solid dude. You're not a solid dude at all.
Do you have any kids?
I don't discuss family in public.
And actually my daughter. I have a daughter too. She's a superstar basketball player.
How does your daughter?
How old is she?
That's what I just said. Why are you repeating my question?
She's 22. She's staying in Fort Lauderdale. She's staying
in Fort Lauderdale.
Yeah. She graduated. She got a
master's
degree.
Does she have any kids? Does she have any children? She has no children.
No.
That's what's up. You trying to make an intro?
You said an intro. What's that?
Yeah, an introduction.
No. I was just telling you, you know what I'm saying, what I did on my years on this planet. Yeah, she was a superstar basketball player, played for Purdue for 4 years. She went to Nova.
Is she heterosexual?
Yeah, much as I know.
What you mean, as much as I know? God, I'm
a father. I'm not a. I'm a father. I'm not a.
What the world?
She stayed thousands of miles from me. I'm a father. She much as I know. She works for the state, and she's doing well. She's a probation officer for the juvenile probation officer for the state.
Your daughter's a probation officer?
Yes, sir.
She sound like she thick. Them probation officers be hella thick. You trying to make an intro? I mean, you know they be thick though. You know the probation officers, them COs be thick. You trying to make an intro? You trying to make an intro? What's that?
I don't know what that means. Intro. I'm not. I don't play the intro game.
No, I'm just saying. You want to slide me her IG? Not publicly, not publicly. I'm saying personally. I'm not.
I mean, I don't know. I asked her if she wanted to.
I appreciate it. All right, let's carry on. That'd be solid. That'd be super solid if you did that. I respect it. Anyway, so then you call me a dumb Negro, which is crazy because I'm asking myself, I'm like, damn, bro. I never met Lil Buddy in my whole life. And so Lil Buddy is following me. He's on my IG and then called me a dumb nigga. That's crazy. Why do you think that's a respectful way to approach somebody?
No, because okay, let me say this. It wasn't supposed to be personally, it was supposed to study. The reason I say that is because it's CIA agents in Iran right now, and it's Mossad agents in Iran right now, and they could do the same thing you could do. They can hold a flag, they can say this, but when they put boots on the ground, when they go in the Apple store and they put a fire drill and say, and Apple won't make 20K in 30 minutes. Where they do put any work in? No. So when you just hold a flag up, the flag means IRGC means Islamic Revolution.
I'm down to discuss all of that. I'm down to discuss all of that. But
So
before we discuss that, what I'm asking you as a man, before we get into that, I'm down to go into that. I got time. But what I'm asking you as a man is, where do you get off talking to a stranger? You tag me and then call me a dumb Negro.
Because it's a war.
Where do you get that from?
It's a war going on. You picking a side, but you won't put no work in. It's sales right now. It's sales right now.
Let's get into that part. Let's get into that part real quick. No, real quick. Let's get into that.
Yeah. It's sales right now in this country.
You don't know me. So where do you get off thinking that you know what I do? You don't know my religion. You don't know a thing about me. You said I was a Christian. I'm not a Christian. You said I was from Chicago. I'm not from Chicago. You don't know me, kid. So what makes you think in your limited experience on earth that you have a sense of what I'm doing? What makes you think that?
Same thing about you about me. To you, I'm the brokest person in the world. I'm the ugliest, but you don't know me.
No,
so
you're not the brokest person. I've seen, unfortunately, I've had to see people more broke than you.
I'm gonna give you the stage. I'm gonna give you the stage. But when I see the big Iranian flux going on right now, it's all a clown show.
I'm asking you, stop it. I'm asking you, what makes you think you know me and you know what I'm doing?
Because you're just talking on the internet and you're not putting in no work. Because you was.
How do you know that? Since you're so knowledgeable about Marquett Devon Burton, in that region, the Middle East plus West Asia, which countries have I been to?
Can I ask a question?
After you answer this.
I don't know what country you mess with. I'm guessing you probably
tell me what countries I've been to there.
I can guess. I don't know. I can guess you've been to Dubai.
Oh, you be guessing. Yeah. Dubai's not a country. Dubai's not a country. It's a city.
I mean, it's Saudi Arabia.
It's an emirate and a city. Like this.
I can guess you've been in Saudi Arabia because you like the type of person who like that style.
You don't understand. It's way beyond your experience. You don't even speak any Arabic. You haven't even memorized the first surah of the Quran. You have no connection to any of this. You're just the person on the sidelines trying to act as though I'm like you. I'm nothing like you. I'm a mover and a shaker. I'm a doer.
You got me.
but here's the thing, though. If you were really sharp and you've been listening to my content over time, you could tell by the way I mention certain things or by the passion I feel that I've seen the things that I'm talking about. People might say, Marquett, you say this and that about women. I support 5 separate women's organizations, one in the neighborhood I grew up in. And since we're on the topic, one in Ethiopia, because I remember when I was there, I was going on a run. I made a turn late at night on a jog, and I saw hundreds of young Ethiopian women selling themselves. But the thing that messed me up in the head is they were wearing hijab while they were selling themselves. And they weren't selling themselves to have the finer things in life. They're selling themselves to have the basic things in life. So that's something I support, to stop that in that country, not to make it illegal, but to provide them a way to earn. Because I respect a woman that'll get up and earn, even if she got to lay down to do it. You see, like the things I talk about, nigga, I've seen these things. You see, unlike you, I've been to Palestine, and I didn't go when it became popular, when they started getting leveled. I've been there before it got leveled. And that's not, the massacres ain't just recently started, little buddy. I got a little broad I used to deal with, took me to Iraq long time ago. You see, you're talking to somebody, you don't even have the foggiest idea of what I'm like. Nigga, I ain't never pretended. I ain't got to pretend for somebody like you. I got mine out the mud, buddy. I don't have to pretend for anybody. Or like, what? Like, why would I come on the internet and pretend for you rascals? Nigga, I live on vacation. I'm hopping in $250,000 cars. I'm living in $1 million houses. I'm taking $1 million vacations. Why would I come on and pretend for you? Who are you, nigga? Nigga, I grew up in the gutter. My mom was on dope and my pop was in the pen for selling dope. Nigga, why would I try to impress you? Nigga, I'm impressed with me. What's wrong with you, boy? Nigga, you's a psychopath. Why do I wear the flag of Iran? I wear the flag of Iran because I support their struggle. It's a righteous struggle. They're fighting on behalf of all of the good peoples of the earth. All of the good peoples of the earth. To wear the Iranian flag is to represent all of the good peoples of the earth. It's the Epstein class that's fighting them. It's Israel and it's the United States government, not the United States people. The people who understand don't condone it. So you telling me I shouldn't represent a group of people who are the underdog? Iran is the underdog. They're fighting two powers. Nigga, I'm the underdog. You think I was supposed to make it? Growing up on Section 8 and food stamps, and mom's is on dope, and pops is in the pen, and I'm growing up in a violent ghetto? Nigga, you think I was nigga, I'm the underdog. That's what Iran is, the underdog. That's why I will continue to wear the Iranian flag.
I agree with you, bro. I agree that Iran is underdog.
And you keep calling me brother, but you come out and attack me out of nowhere, out of thin air. Do you realize before this, 24 hours ago, I didn't know who you are. You knew who I was, though, right?
Not really. I didn't know who you. I just
so you're following me on IG, dude. Why are you lying? You follow me on Instagram. Why are you making up stuff? Don't make that face. You follow me on Instagram. What you mean you didn't know who I am?
I don't know if I knew you, but
that's great, man. That's great. But my point is 24 hours ago, I didn't even know you were alive.
Right.
24 hours ago, you were following me. Hold on 1 second.
Okay, yeah, no, you're right.
24 hours ago. 24 hours ago, you were following me on Instagram and I didn't know you were alive. Exactly. So it lets us know I never could have any hate for you, just as I could never even have any real love for you because I didn't know you were alive. But you watching me day in, day out, and then you jump up and say something disrespectful to me. And it's crazy because you want to call me brother, but you treat me like a goddamn enemy and a stranger. And then got the nerve to call me brother. If that's not the fakest thing on earth. Nobody needs a brother like you. You like Cain and Abel kind of brother.
I got freedom of speech, bro. I didn't threaten you. I didn't cause on ill will. I just said that your statement was disrespectful. Because it's a war going. It's a war going on.
Hey, check this out.
Can I ask you a question? Can I get my question now?
No. Okay. Check this out. What have you said what have you done or said in support of me before you make that hater statement?
I really didn't know you, bro.
But you follow me on IG. Why you keep lying? Come on, dude. Why you keep lying? Like, what's that about?
I really didn't know you. I don't even know if I follow you, brother. I just see your comment.
Listen. Is this your profile? Is this you?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
It says follow back.
Okay.
Follow back.
Okay. So I probably do, but I don't know, bro. I was just.
Wait, what do you mean you probably do? What do you mean you probably do follow me? We just saw it. You follow me. Why are you here lying?
No, I do. I'm saying
that's what I tell the audience.
Sure.
Now, honestly, that's what I tell the audience is like the only people who hate me are degenerates, liars, devils. It's the people who do the work of Satan. I am the truth. You know, people might not like it. People might not like it because I don't come on here all humble and like, on some, like, I don't come on here humble, but I am the truth.
Okay.
And that, and y'all hate the truth and the light. Y'all hate the truth and the light.
Yes, sir.
People might not like it because I'm not humble and I'm not being all like, oh, yeah. But I am the truth, and you're a liar, and it's just the liars who hate me. You literally say, "Well, I don't know if I follow you. I don't think I follow you." That's you, man.
Yes,
that's you right there. Come on, dude. You don't feel ashamed?
I'm gonna give you the stage, bro. No, I'm gonna give you the stage. You right in your own words.
What you mean? Give me the stage? It's my platform. I'm giving you a stage.
Like,
What do you
can I
mean,
ask you a
dude?
question?
What's your question?
Okay, do you believe right now, today, that somebody in Iran is waving an American flag? There's probably not one person waving an American flag in Iran.
Probably not. There's probably not.
That's the same way I said about
What does
you
that have to
here.
do? What's that have to do with me, though?
That's what I said about is you here waving an Iranian flag. If you in a war and you want to pick a side, then you got to be a soldier. Don't just be on the side. That's all. That what I said, dumb Negro. What I was saying was that
Do
it's
you
people
know?
dying.
Do you know if I'm doing anything to support Iran? Do you know if I am or am not? Can you verify that?
I mean, that's an FBI question, but I hope you are.
Right.
But I don't think you are, because if you would.
But what does it matter to you? What does it matter to you to come out of the shadows and insult me?
Because it's a war going on, and you're not, and then if you're not actively participating in war, you're just on the sideline, like you calling me on here.
But you don't know if I'm on the sideline. You're just a black guy with a big mouth who's provincial. You never been anywhere. You never done anything.
But I don't
listen.
I don't.
Do you realize I was in the war zone getting bombed by Iran? Are you aware of that? Yes or no? No, Marquett, I'm not aware you were in the war zone. Or yes, Marquett, I am aware you were in the war zone.
In the war, you was getting bombed. So you were just in Israel? You were just in Jerusalem?
No, I was not in Israel. I was in Dubai, and they were bombing Dubai while I was there.
Okay.
And while I was there, I said, if I die here, it will not be because of Iran. It'll be because of Donald Trump and the Western powers, which are imperialists, they are aggressive, and they are a scourge to humankind.
But
if I die here, I will not have any. Don't interrupt me, boy. If I die here, I will not have any animosity toward Iran. They're doing the right thing. And that was my attitude while I was there getting bombed.
You just spent the whole hour telling me on how successful and finding wealth. So I mean, you're a proud American. So when you travel to Dubai before the war,
I never said I'm a proud American, and you can be a proud American without identifying with the government. You see, here's the problem that you have a low IQ. Let me help you out because I have to break things down. I have to make it rudimentary. Calm down. Calm down. You said something errant. Be silent. You said something errant. You see, America has two faces. One is of the government. Silence, boy. Silence, boy. Do not interrupt me while stuttering. It's disrespectful. America has the government is one representation, and then the American people are another representation. I think America has some of the greatest people on earth, and I say that having traveled around the whole world. America has one of the worst governments on earth. So there is that duality, but this is not unique for, if you look at the government of Jordan, most of the Jordanians don't identify with the Hashemite kingdom. And I know from being on the ground in Jordan many times, even if you look at other places that I'm not going to name because I still have some dealings there. So there's often a disconnect between the people and the government. And so to say one might be a proud American, America has a culture, a history, and a heritage that is not the government. The government is different. But do I go out proclaiming that I'm a proud American? No, I represent my nation and my culture, which is Sasson culture. That's SASN. And if you'd like to learn about it, you can go to peacetothesaints.com, scroll to the bottom and click Marquettism. It'll explain to you what is Marquettism and what is this culture that I represent. I don't go out representing the United States government. I don't go out representing the American nation. I go out representing Marquett Devon Burton and representing the Sasson, and that's it.
America is the king of capitalism. So when you flaunt wealth or flaunt your money, you represent America.
I am pro-capitalism. But capitalism is not a creation of the United States, my dear boy. Capitalism is the most natural way of human affairs proceeding.
Iran is exact opposite. Iran is exact opposite. You don't have understanding.
You have limited understanding.
Iran,
Iran is not the opposite. Iran
yes, sir.
engages in international commerce and capitalism. And in fact, Iran suffers when they can't engage in international capitalism, which is what occurred through the sanctions. But currently, we saw that sanctions were pulled off of some of Iran's oil exports. And so they're participating in international capitalism. One component of capitalism is having an export-oriented economy or playing to your strengths and selling that which you have an advantage with. So it's natural gas or it's oil if you're an oil producing country. So Iran does engage in capitalism. You sound completely foolish. Even communist China engages in capitalism. You sound
I didn't say that they didn't engage. I said they don't put capitalism first before they culture.
You did not
in
say
America,
that.
we
You
do.
said they're the exact opposite. You did not say they don't engage.
No, everybody
you
makes
said they're
money.
the exact opposite. So you're a liar now. To be the opposite of capitalist, you would be a communist.
Iran, China, Russia, basically, they're not communists like China.
Problem. This is the problem with people like you who are not learned. You see, communism is an atheist
right.
form of statecraft, and so you will not find communism in a country such as Iran because they're religious. So you keep on making up lies.
No, they're not communists like China and Russia, but they are the government
and not a communist country. What are you talking about? Russia and communism fell with the Soviet Union. So it's not a communist country at any level. And China has not been communist in some time. They do at some level have a centrally planned economy, but with the 1980s reforms under Deng Xiaoping, they embraced capitalist measures. So you're not accurate. You're uninformed.
China is the most communist country on the planet Earth. Outside of, but I mean, maybe we think it differently. Maybe, but out of North Korea, China is probably one of the most communist countries. Yeah, China is probably.
Are you aware? Do you have any sense that you might be out of your depth? Like, do you have any sense that maybe you're talking to someone that's a lot more informed than you? Like a lot, not a little, but a lot more informed.
I respect that. I humbly understand it. But I still have my point of view.
You're mentioning communism, but I don't even think you understand communism. What thinker has articulated or explained what communism is? Like, who's the guy that's known for explaining communism and how it occurs?
You asking me? Who explained?
I'm asking you.
You mean like
the thinker or the philosopher who people look to for understanding of communism?
I don't remember the brother's name. I know you're talking about no, you're talking about the guy. I don't want to misspeak. So, but I know you're talking about.
Yeah, I don't think you do.
Yeah. Talking about the philosopher. The guy. I heard his name a few times, but I don't want to sit here and say something stupid. So yeah.
So you heard his name. Have you read his book or his manifesto or no?
No, sir.
Okay. So what makes you think you understand communism if you haven't studied?
Just basic research is basic.
But what research?
I read here, man. I study a little bit.
You read here and there. What's the last book you read?
Wow.
What's the last book you read? Why are you breathing so hard? Just tell me. Just what's the
last book I read is probably the autobiography of Malcolm X.
The autobiography of Malcolm X. Who wrote that book?
Oh man, was it Alex Haley?
Was it?
I think it was Alex Haley. Yeah, it was Alex Haley.
Curious. Okay, so you read the autobiography of Malcolm X. Okay, if that's true, who was the teacher of Malcolm X? Who was his teacher? Who taught Malcolm X?
I mean, is you Elijah Muhammad? I don't know what you get. You talking about school? Elijah Muhammad?
Okay.
Where you
Very good.
Oh,
very good. Okay.
You see, I'm not shallow. You think I'm that
Okay.
shallow?
1 second, because you got a prison education. I get it. That's good. It's a good start. It's better than what you had before you got locked up. Now, what book did the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad write?
Message to the Black Man.
Yes. Did you read that book too?
Yes, sir. I read that a couple of times. Yeah,
Okay,
I
good.
actually
So
got
if
that.
you read that book, then you would know to show respect to someone like me instead of being disrespectful. So it's like you read it, but you didn't learn anything from it. You see, one of the errors of Malcolm was his arrogance. You see, he went away from the teachings of his spiritual father, the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad, and he started leaning toward an Arab religion, Sunni Islam. And I have no problem with Sunni Islam or Sunnis or Arabs. But who woke Malcolm X from the dead? The Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad woke him from the dead. And then Malcolm started to believe that racism was not as it had been described by the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad, because Malcolm X was receiving different treatment than he had previously been receiving. Why was that? Why was he being treated differently by the whites and by the wider society around the world? Why was that?
Because that's COINTELPRO, divide and conquer. That was the plan.
No, sir. No, sir. It was because he was rich and famous. And so he started being treated differently on the basis of his notoriety. So he started to think of himself differently than he thought of the masses of Black Americans. And in his effort to be number one, which rooted from his arrogance, he wanted to take the position of the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad. And when he said something off color about the assassination of an American president, and the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad told him to be silent, because do you remember his title, Malcolm X's title in the Nation of Islam? Do you remember what his title was?
He was the minister. He was
It's the national spokesman. He was a
yes, sir. He was national spokesman.
So he was ordered to silence.
Right.
And when you've been in the spotlight and now you're told you have to be silent, you don't get any more of that limelight. And some people are hungry for attention, like you. And those people who are hungry for attention, like you, when you take away the attention, the spotlight, they cannot handle it. So instead of taking his time in silence, obeying his spiritual father who woke him from the dead, he instead pretended as though he woke himself up. He pretended as though he was the teacher, the student was greater than the master. And he went away from the teachings of the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad, which is what the FBI and COINTELPRO you mentioned, all those kind of entities, that's what they wanted. And then he went away from being a Black Muslim to being a Sunni Muslim and claiming that there was peace and equality in Islam, which is a lie, mind you. Marquett, how do you know that? What country you want to talk about? Oman, Egypt, United Arab Emirates? Which one you want to talk about? Morocco? What country you want to talk about that's a Muslim country? And we could talk
Palestine?
about racism and discrimination.
And Palestine too.
Yeah, any of them. So point is, Malcolm was treated well. He's like, I went to Hajj and there was pilgrims, Black and white next to each other. Yeah, that's all cute. But you got a specific experience because you were famous and a well-known figure internationally. And more importantly, Islam, like Arab Islam, Sunni Islam, maybe Wahhabi Islam, they wanted to use you to forward their message, their religion, and their imperialism. So you became a tool of theirs. And at some level, a tool of theirs against your own because of your arrogance. You betrayed your spiritual father. You betrayed your own kind. You tell me that Islam is not an Arab's religion. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, where was he from?
Saudi, he's from Arabia. from
Saudi
Arabia.
Arabia. Yeah, Saudi
Not,
Arabia.
it wasn't Saudi Arabia then, but it was,
Yeah, sure. You get the point though. He was an Arab, right? Yes.
yeah,
And there was an Arab slave trade as well, right?
yes, sir. It
Did they
still is
sell
going
each
on, sir.
other? Did they sell each other or did they sell niggas like you? I'm
I
just
think
curious.
that's.
Did they sell each other or did they sell niggas like you?
I think it was niggas like you.
Nah, they
I
sold
think it,
niggas like
I
you.
think they still to this day in Libya.
No. Look at you. You one of them big, rusty, durable niggas. They sold niggas like you. So it is an Arab religion, and that's not to disrespect it. The Deen of Islam is quite beautiful, really. It is. The adhan is such a melodious, beautiful thing. And Salah brings such deep levels of peace and harmony, just internally, if nothing else. The Ummah can be a beautiful thing, but anyone who says it's not an Arab religion is a liar. I mean, you are compelled to learn Arabic to really fully participate in the Deen of Islam. The prayer is supposed to be in Arabic. The Shahada, which is to the commitment to Islam, is in Arabic. It's a fundamental request and requirement, and the words of God are in Arabic. Arabic. It all roots from the Arabian Peninsula. Anyone who claims it's not a Arab religion is a hopeful, deluded, dishonest, inferior. And you're trying to borrow something that's not yours, and in some cases is not meant for you. That's just the truth. So anyways, I say all that to say, so many things you've said during this time, it reveals that you have some level of admiration and obedience to your Arab religion. You claim to have read Message to the Black Man, which is a book literally written for you, but you didn't abide by it, and you come in the public forum and you disrespect another Black man who does good works. And I can promise you, you want to call me brother, I've done more good works for people that look like you than you will ever do. You could live 10 more lifetimes, you'll never achieve it. I could tell, because you're not a productive man and you don't have the heart for it. The reason I know you don't have the heart for it is because your heart told you, before you ever said anything positive to me, before you ever complimented me, before you ever commended me, before you ever said, hey, let's team up and let's do some good work, before you ever said, hey, let's build a school in Haiti, I'll go half with you. Before you did any of that, you stepped out to call me a dumb nigga, which is extraordinary in as much as I'm smarter than you. You're black-hearted. You are a black-hearted fool.
Yeah, tunnel action, huh? Old school.
I mean, at the very least, I mean, it saddens me to see this kind of behavior, especially from what they call your own people. And that's why I don't call you people brother. I don't call y'all brother, because I would never, ever, ever treat my brother like that. I do have a brother. And I remember the very moment he came into this world, I would stand at his crib on my tippy toes because I loved my brother so, just because he was my brother. He hadn't done anything. And I've always only shown love to my brother. That is my nature. Bro says, calling someone a dumb Negro in person is fighting words. I tend to agree. And I take it with great annoyance, because I wouldn't come at you like that, bro. Man, I wouldn't even come at you like that. Not even based on who you are. Based on who I am, I wouldn't come at you like that. I appreciate that. I respect it. I really do appreciate that. I really do. Thank you for that. Do you have anything else you want to say before we get out of here? Actually, let me acknowledge the folks. Let me acknowledge the folks. They may have something to say to you. Let me acknowledge the folks supporting the work. They might have some questions or comments for you. Let's see. Shout out to Emmanuel. He writes, Peace of the Saints, here to pay tuition. Chicago section. Tap in and see, we out. We everywhere, man. You heard me? We everywhere. We got a section out there in Chicago. People out here playing games thinking I ain't got reach. We got reach. Shout out to Emmanuel. He writes, Peace of the Saints, the Athletic Feet Barefoot Trainer by Quat. Okay, very good. Emmanuel and Quat, if you're listening, send me an email. We should have Quat shoe available on peaceofthesaints.com. If you scroll to the bottom and click products, I do want to make sure that A, he has inventory, and B, the price is set correctly. And Quat, if you're watching, tapping with me, I want to get you set up on Stripe so that when people pay, the money goes direct to you, so I don't have to like turn over the money to you. Shout out to Eric. He writes, Peace of the Saints, tuition, Sassin or nothing. In a real way, Sassin or nothing. We don't say America or nothing. We say Sassin or nothing. Shout out to Nathan. He writes, Mophead came at you overly disrespectful under the post, but moving like a school janitor in the video call. Peace of the, bro, it'd be like that. Shout out to Brad. Writes, he's scared of the wrong things. He has no idea who he's talking to. Bro, they never do. They never do. Shout out to Constantine. Writes, tuition. May also acknowledge Justin. He writes, Peace of the Saints for the current live. We'll catch the replay on peaceofthesaints.com. Yes, indeed. Shout out to the real ones. Appreciate you, Justin. Jefferson writes, question for the gentleman in green. That would be you. Number one, are you not ashamed of your conduct? That's the first question. I'll give you the second one after you answer it.
Well, I'm gonna say this. Me after speaking to you, you are very well versed. You are a very high intelligent person. You're very well traveled. It's been an honor. I learned a lot. I'm gonna humble myself. So yes, I am a little embarrassed, to be honest with you.
I appreciate that. But you know, the crazy thing is, to me, I always assume that you guys know that before we talk. Like on my Instagram, it has like 80 countries on my highlights. I just always assume you guys realize that I'm well-traveled and educated and accomplished. Like it's not obvious. Like y'all gotta, like I gotta disrespect y'all for y'all to figure it out.
I mean, I really don't go to too many men's videos and pictures. So yeah.
Okay. Fair enough. I respect it. Okay. The gentleman further writes, number two, why are you so comfortable embarrassing yourself for the world to see? I actually has 3 questions, so that's the second one.
I'm not, brother. Listen, I'm a good dude. I got things going on in my life too. People can say anything on the internet, man. I thought I wasn't disrespecting you. Like I said, personally, I was disrespecting. I was your comment, but I did call you a dumb Negro. That is, I probably should have went that far.
I appreciate that, and you know what? I'm not gonna lie. There's maybe 1 or 2 people that I've disrespected on the internet. That's a little different because like you were like coming like fan versus influencer, and I'm more so like engaging peers. So there's maybe 1 or 2 people I've disrespected on the internet. But I tell you what, if they ever call me out or if I saw them in person, the first thing I would do is like, hey, bruh, I said X, Y, and Z about you. Hey, my fault, man. I'm cracking jokes or I was talking crazy. And it's not out of fear. It's just out of the fact that I said something without regard to the fact that they're a human being who is also a stranger. So just A, they're a human being. Like there's no need to tear somebody down, even if it's in jest. And then B, that they're a stranger. It's like, you've never done anything to me. I didn't have any reason to get at you like that. And so
what do you think?
What's that?
What do you think about the outcome of this war? What do you think will happen next couple of weeks?
I surmise that Trump is going to engage a insufficient ground invasion, which is probably on purpose. There will be significant number of injuries on the American side, and that will drive nationalist fervor in the United States once they start seeing what's happening on the American side, and that'll cause him to be able to raise more money for the war effort. It'll cause the war-related stocks to skyrocket. Mostly the military-industrial complex directly related stocks, of course, the weapons manufacturers, aerospace industry, and then eventually Caterpillar and all the guys who rebuild infrastructure will get some windfall as well. So it'll cause Congress and the American people, mostly the whites, to get behind it and pour more money and be willing to sacrifice more lives for the sake of vengeance. On the Iranian side, it will continue the massacre that is already occurring. I wouldn't be surprised if they're already looking at 100,000 dead, because we have to realize that there have been thousands of targets hit in Tehran, throughout Tehran and other parts of Iran. And Iran has largely no air defenses, but I do believe that that was Iran's plan, because defense is more expensive than offense. And so what Iran was saying is like, okay, we can't afford to defend against all of the tricks you guys have, which are plenty, but we can engage offense simultaneously. And they have done that. And I know because I was in Dubai when they were bombing it, and they have been more aggressive since then and more accurate. But they do have the IRGC, which is a little under 1 million strong, at least before the war started. Let's say worst case scenario, they got 800,000, and they're dispersed in different strategic locations. I think that they are ready for war, and they will fight to the end. And I think they may see the end. So I think they'll take extraordinary losses in Iran. And I'm talking about percentage of population level losses. It'll settle in Iran being greatly reduced in all of the areas that matter. Scientific capability, which would relate directly to weapons programs in the near term. And when I say the near term, from a nation standpoint, that's like the next 30 years, I think Iran will be crippled. Iran's infrastructure is already destroyed. Historical sites and monuments are already destroyed. They were targeted in the first round by Israel. I think that Iran will be lucky if they can operate their oil infrastructure after this. And the only way Iran will survive is to take on so many casualties that the international community stops the war and supports Iran in paying essentially tolls to pass through the Strait of Hormuz, and organizes the Gulf states to help pay reparations to Iran. I don't think Israel will pay a penny. Israel doesn't even pay for their own stuff, so they're certainly not going to pay for Iran. And I don't think the United States will pay for Iran. And what's going to happen in the U.S. is unpredictable. I could see Donald Trump trying to maintain power or pass it off to one of his stooges. So I think that's what will probably happen. One thing that's guaranteed is Iran is going to take huge losses. They'll be crippled for the next 30 years, and it will have all been because they didn't get nuclear weapons when they had the chance.
Yeah.
The last question is, what are you gaining from this? This is from Jefferson.
Respect all people. What Ray Lewis once said, the most he said, respect is a never to disrespect. So you learn lessons. You learn. I need to get back in my Quran. I need to study more, learn more, and get back on my deen. Yeah,
it's a good book, and it's a short book as well, which is quite nice. Very good. And shout out to Ray Lewis. Shout out to Baltimore. So Baltimore is another place that I lived in. I know people be like, "How did you live so many places?" I've been hustling that hard. Anyways, may I also acknowledge, shout out to Carlos, who just became a member. Oh, by the way, if you're not a member, this is the perfect time. It's the beginning of the month. So peacetothesaints.com. Go ahead and join the movement. May I also acknowledge Jingzi just became a member. And may I acknowledge Philip and Mr. Tabbitt supporting the work using the Stripe link. Shout out to Solomon and Ernest and Frank as well, supporting the work using the Stripe link. Shout out to Mr. Chambliss writes, political expert Theodore Postal, Michael Hudson Coleman. Okay, he's naming a bunch of people. I appreciate you. I also acknowledge via PayPal. Alejandro writes, peace of the saints, keep setting the standard. God to. Shout out to Mark writes, peace of the saints. Luis writes, Mr. Burden, I'm about to start a sardine diet. Are there any recommendations? Actually, I have a particular sardine that I eat on a regular basis. It's a little expensive, but it is the best. If you go to amazon.com/shop/the saint and the sinner, my sardines are there. And I order them in about a 50 pack. Luis writes, clarification, I train every day, 16 miles of cycling, jump rope 4 days a week. I value your input. Oh, absolutely. That sardine's going to have you right. Shout out to Melvin supporting the work. And Wayne writes, peace of saints, tuition, sass until death. I'm trying to tell you. Okay, I think we're all caught up there. Let me acknowledge some of the folks who came in via super chat. Gentleman writes, peace of saints. This is peak comedy. Lil Cash Get writes, guaranteed if you ask him, he can name every item on the Burger King menu. Peace to the saints. Wishman writes, Marquette, you are sunning that boy. I do mean boy. Keep educating these fools. And it's a pity that we have to have that experience because you're not a fool and I'm not a fool. And it's a shame that we have to get to that. But, you did a little bit of time. I think, sometimes after people, catch them a little fade, they'd be the best of friends after that. Sometimes it just has to happen. Shout out to Luis. He writes, hit the like button. L writes, for dealing with this foolery. Peace of saints, indeed. I appreciate you coming on, and I'm glad at some level we could come to a happy medium. And I really respect your apology, and I take it seriously and sincerely. And so I also would like to offer my apology for being mean and aggressive and impolite and having some harsh words for you in this conversation.
That's all good. It's all good. It's all good. You're a good guy, man.
Well, I appreciate it. Seems like
where do I get this video from?
This one is on a YouTube channel called Marquett on Business. Okay. And if you give me 24 hours, if you send me a DM, I can shoot you the link to it if you don't find it. Okay. All right. Hey, it's a pleasure. Until next time. Peace to the saints.
Yes, sir.